Hello, Internet, and welcome to my presentation on AI voice changers.
A tool that harnesses the power of AI to change your voice into anyone else's.
We're going to go ahead and get into it. But as always, thank you for watching this presentation.
For starters, there are two components we must get familiar with in order to understand AI voice changers. There is the voice model itself that is trained off of a specific person, and then there is the AI program that actually converts your voice into that person's voice using the said model. The AI voice model has to start with something to train from. For this, it needs around 10 minutes of audio from the specific person you're training it to sound like. The audio is passed through the AI and can be trained with different levels of detail. This is measured by epochs, which is the number of times the AI runs through the audio data. The more epochs you run the program through, the more accurate and convincing your model will be. A model with only 200 epochs, like
this Kermit the Frog one, barely changes my voice at all.
Or is this Markiplier voice trained at 600 epochs? Sounds a lot more convincing.
I specifically haven't tried creating my own voice models, but here's a link for a tutorial for that. You can also get pre-trained models from a variety of sources, which is what I did, and here's a link to the site I got my voice models from. Alright, well now you've got your voice models, but you want to use them, so you will need the actual voice changer. This uses RVC, retrieval-based voice conversion, AI models to generate the voices. There are a couple on the market for free, but the best one I found was the Bwahahahaha voice changer. Most other voice changers have a paywall to use to access their full features, so that's not as helpful. The application setup process for Bwahahahaha is kind of involved, but I followed this YouTube tutorial, which worked pretty well. The voice changer has received an update since the video was released, so some of it's a little outdated, but the general steps are correct. To run this program, you definitely need a PC or maybe a gaming laptop because it's very graphic intensive. I tried to run it on my laptop and it did not work at all because it was trying to run off the CPU rather than a gaming graphics card. So this is Bwahahahaha, and here it comes with a couple pre-trained anime voice models which can make me sound, well, like this. Here you can add your own models with this edit button. There's a bunch of blank places, and so you go to a new one, you upload, and you gotta select files, and then you upload, and then you have a new model back. There we go. So yeah, there's the MatPat model. Let's say close. With this, you can hit, oh, I'm going to use Markiplier for this. Once you have it, you can start it, and you got to give it a second, and then there it is. And so I'm speaking, and there's a delay.
And then there it is. And so I'm speaking, and there's a delay.
Because the AI has to take my voice and run it through with the model.
Because the AI has to take my voice and run it through with the model.
And you can see it sounds a little off here, and that is because the pitch is off. My voice is much higher than Markiplier's, so if I tune it down to -6, I'm pretty sure that worked the best for this voice.
-6, I'm pretty sure that worked the best for this voice.
So, I think that sounds pretty much like Markiplier. So, chunks are also important right here. There's a whole list of them. The higher chunks you use, the better quality the model will be, the voice coming out of the program. but the longer it will take to load. I don't think my computer can even handle these many chunks. But if you have just a couple chunks, the model quality will be really, really low, but it won't take too long. So I'm sort of in the middle, or on the high end, I guess. A couple quirks about this type of voice replication are the model is not trained for singing.
The model is not trained for singing.
So, oh, say, can you see?
So, oh, say, can you see?
It's a little off. But that one wasn't bad. Post-production, me, out. And also, if you do
It's a
noises
little
like
off.
whistling,
And also, if you do noises like whistling,
it sounds pretty bad. Also, I've noticed that if you want the voice to actually sound realistic, you need to match like the program matches the voice of the person or character, but you have to match their inflection with some acting. You have to know kind of how they speak, their cadence of speech, because when speaking through this, I still hear myself and how I speak. So, application-wise, besides nefarious purposes, I'd say this AI tool could be used for independent creators to get different voices into projects. I use this voice in a project.
I use this voice in a project.
So yeah, just to get different characters so they don't all sound like me. So that's definitely an application since I don't have a lot of actors that I can pay to just be in my projects. Other than that, I can really only see this being used by scammers, people trying to spread misinformation, and maybe trolling your friends on Discord. There is a way to use the voice changer in real time on Discord, but I haven't figured that out yet, and I want to. So yeah, this is a relatively new application for AI that, just like most AI, pushes moral boundaries and doesn't truly have a purpose. So there it is. This just in! My mother has told me that there is a good application for this this technology, and that is, as an example, Val Kilmer lost his voice, but with this type of AI generation, he can get his voice back in a way. He can, I'm not sure exactly how he does it, but he types out whatever he wants to say, and then it still sounds like his voice when it's played as an audio. So that is a good purpose for people who lost their voice, so that they can still have the voice that they had. Ta-da!